All right, so Sunday afternoon, and my lesson was canceled. We had a 2 o'clock lesson, and that's been canceled. We're going to reschedule for next week. So I thought I'd come out here and get this planted. I haven't planted anything in here except for nasturtiums. I can't ever say that word. For the last couple of years, and in fact, last year you can see right here, I'd put some beauty bark in here. This whole thing had beauty bark. Over this whole area was lined with railroad ties and had beauty bark in it. But in December, when it flooded, this whole area here, water just came swirling through here and it washed it all out. It's probably in the pasture somewhere. So I spent like $200 of money on beauty bark that is not here anymore. So I'm getting the feeling that I should probably be planting as much as I possibly can. Um, and be prepared to process all of this produce. And I think groceries are probably going to just only get more expensive. So I'm going to make use of this. I have little planters like this all over the place. So let me show you what I've got. I haven't decided what I'm going to put here yet. This is what I brought out. I bought these a couple weeks ago. I'll probably put these radishes in that shady area underneath this. I think it's called a cowweed. Here, let me set this up a little different. All right, that's better. Okay, so I have the onions, radishes, two different kinds of radish. Have cherry bell and daikon. I might plant those someplace else, I don't know. Zucchini. This might be a good spot for the zucchini because it always seems to cross-pollinate with other squash that I put in the garden. Definitely not putting corn out here because then the horses eat it, and I'll just have like a hedgerow. I've put beans out here before, but nothing ever really does that good in this bed except for the squash. And I did bring out squash seeds. So I'm gonna fluff this up a little bit, break it out, and then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna think about which seeds I'm gonna be planting here. So let me get to work on that. Did I bring a shovel? No, I have to go get a shovel. That's the thing. You forget something, it's a long ways to walk around here. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I got my shovel. One thing I like about this position here is I can, let me shift this up. I can keep an eye on the horses. We got Aries, he's got turnout now and the round pen to start, and we'll just gradually increase it. And I've got way out there, you probably can't see her, they're at the very far end of the field. Have a herd of horses out there, and one of them is Sugar, and she is a fence pusher. So I've got high tensile hot wire out there that's not hot, and so if they lean on it, it loosens the sprockets, and then the fence is sagging. They potentially get tangled in it. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to work fluffing this up. Like I was saying, it seems like nothing ever really grows that well in these beds. I don't know why. Because it's the same as everything else around here, manure that's composted. I wonder if I'll find some nasturtium seeds in here. I collected what I could, but I don't think I got them all. Make sure that's filming. And it's chilly and windy out here. Chillier than it looks like when you get out here. But I'll wear flip-flops any chance I get. And I feel like putting on socks. And I want to stay relatively clean because I have a house to show tonight at 6:30 in town. Hopefully I'll be ready with an offer and that we don't end up in a bidding war. It's a cute little 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage and space for them to park their RV for on about a third of an acre, I think it was. It's an older bungalow style house for $525. So when, I don't know, 10 years ago, that house probably would have been worth 220 or less. It's crazy. And the prices don't seem to be going down. Part of that, what, I think I filmed this and then never showed it, but what I'm noticing is that homes are just being overpriced. Like sellers don't want to come to terms that they aren't going to be able to get top dollar for their property. It's like everybody's working together to make everything more expensive. So I did a couple of price opinions, and then I turn around and I see houses listed for way more than what the comps say it should be worth. There's one out in Glenhaven right now that I did a price opinion for, and I priced it at like $615, I think, and they have it listed right now for, I think it's $725. It'll never sell for that. I've never seen any homes in that area go for over like $610. But yeah, they probably didn't like what I said. But I can almost guarantee you nobody's even gone to look at it. The people who can afford a little bit more aren't going to be buying way out there, even if it is fancy new construction. Oh, and the location. Well, the neighborhood's nice, but where this particular house is at, it's like got no yard, surrounded on all sides by other houses, and it's close to the street, and there's no landscaping. But the inside of the house looks really nice. But if I was, spending close to $730,000, I certainly wouldn't buy that house. Have absolutely no privacy. Okay. Get these planted and get back inside. It's windy out here. At least just fluff this stuff up a little bit. If I plant squash in here, this will look really nice in the summertime. Usually the vines grow up on the fence, so I have big yellow flowers climbing the fence and then spraying out into the grass. So I think I will do a little bit of radishes though. Actually, probably not here. I have a different place with better soil that I'll do those in. So I don't know what kind of squash these are. How many zucchini seeds do I have? See, that's the thing. You just don't know if they're gonna sprout or not. I don't know what's going on with my hand, but I haven't. It hurts to like squeeze things like the last day or so. All right, I'm gonna just plant the zucchini here. I've got like 10 seeds. Hopefully they germinate. Put some more out on this side. I can always transplant them once they germinate and get semi-established. Okay, that's zucchini. Like if all of those germinate, I'm gonna have zucchini coming out of my rear end. But I always have a lot of extra, and I give it to people here at the barn. I'll set bags of green beans out there and apples in the fridge. We have a fridge in the barn. Whoops. Oh, what is this? Oh, hollowed out seed. It looks like a cherry seed. Here's a random squash seed. That's not zucchini. Okay. Got that. I think I'm just going to leave the rest the way it is. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that good. I'll give that a couple weeks and we'll see if anything comes up. And if it doesn't, I'll reseed it with something else. Put all of this away. And then I'm going to head to the garden and I'm going to plant some of these squash seeds. Oh, I got cucumber here too. Got like 3 seeds. I don't even think I planted. These might be a couple years old. I didn't plant cucumber last year. Or if I did, they didn't come up. Got a few seeds in there. All right. Head over to the main garden. Okay, so I finished planting the zucchini that I put over there, so we'll see how that goes. And so I'm over here near the east field, and I thought I'd show you this. This whole thing, I don't know, I planted carrots in that last carrots, marigolds, and nasturtiums. And then this is how the bed looks after winter. I haven't done anything to it. But I wanted to show you, like, see all those white, like this stuff here? This is the old plant that sheltered all of these seeds in here. They are everywhere. Here, I'm gonna push them in a little bit. So this is going to be full of orange flowers this summer. I don't have to do anything to it if I don't want to. And I did spread some marigolds over here last weekend. There's a casing of marigold seeds. Let's see if I can pull them out. See all those? So it'll just be like this nice hedge of orange, which I can post a picture of it at the end of this video, or maybe I'll insert it here. I don't know. If it's not here, I'll put it at the end of the video, and so you can see what it looks like. But it's really pretty. It just mounds up, and I did have some squash over here. There's squash everywhere around here. But let me see here. Oh yeah, look at all those seeds. I wasn't as vigilant about my seed saving last year. I came out here and got some, but if your climate is mild enough, I mean, you don't have to do all this extra work with, rototilling your garden every year, and buying seeds is such a waste of money when you should be harvesting your own seeds from your own crops, and then they get acclimated to the weather where you live because they're generational. And I don't know, it doesn't have to be expensive to garden. And I don't fertilize either. I just use the horse manure, and it works great. People love my garden. They always comment, like, that looks like a strong garden. Oh yeah, there's tons of seeds in here. All right, let me set this up.